Hi there, my name is Sandi Hayner. I am in Stillwater, Minnesota. So tonight, admin is going to present their desire for you to take on a deceivingly and legally named certificate of participation. So this wordsmithing attempts to cover up the fact that it's a non-voter approved tax levied against us. Admin has the option, and it's heard from many people, that we would like to be included on the decision. They have the option of being transparent about it and opening it up to a vote. They are pushing very hard, as are the principals and some loyal followers, to bypass this option. They attest that those paying for projects should not have a say in said projects or whether they want to foot the bill. Those in the community who do not trust the mismanagement and spending the district admin has demonstrated since the last time we gave them millions and millions of dollars are being portrayed as ignorant, selfish, and vengeful. No. With the bold debacle, the district argued in court that when they present an idea to the public, that's just a campaign, and they are not bound to campaign promises. If they change their mind, too bad. That was their defense, and the court agreed because the current laws leave a linguistic loophole. The superintendent has repeatedly asserted that bold was just the beginning. When the Long Range Facilities Planning Committee proposed to building Brookview for 500 students, they did that with the belief that Withrow Marine and Oak Park would still be functioning schools. That's how you got your approval. Brookview has become inadequate because the new administration walked in and threw the Long Range Facilities Plan as well as the bond plans right out the window. Petrelli's strategy of right-sizing and severing the north and showing favoritism in the south has created unnecessary manufactured crisis. Admin refuses to open Oak Park, which would relieve overcrowding at Lake Elmo and Brookview. They spent $7 million on a bus garage, double what voters approved. They want to give.
Sandi, just one thing. Please do not mention this staff members.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
They spent $240,000 on a new meeting room here at Oak Park without any board approval. They want to give away Withrow. They talked about giving away Withrow for free. With the sale of New Heights at $1.3 million, Marine at almost $1 million, plus the $3.5 they should have never spent on the bus garage, we should easily have $5 to $6 million in the bank without having to take on new debt. The campaign promises of a tax-neutral bond is now anything but, and somehow this is all supposed to be the new board's fault. So no, we're not selfish and vengeful. We're smarter than we were 4 years ago. We demand accountability and transparency. We want to see the people responsible for the financial sinkhole the district is now in to make their case. Prove they're honest. Prove they care about community restoration. Prove they value our input as much as our cash. Prove they have a better, transparent, and thorough plan to address the wide range of space and facility issues in our district. Prove their main priority is the current student body versus the hypothetical new students, because those current students aren't the kids who are getting into Brookview. Prove they intend to keep their new campaign promises, make amends, stop sabotaging the new board. However, unless they don't have a plan, unless it is their intention to deceive and manipulate. Again, in which case, I suppose that's where the adamant taking without permission entitlement comes in. So I encourage you to watch those who protest a voter consent the hardest and then question their motives. Ask those same people if they'll also take responsibility for the failure of the next, much more substantial and much more needed voter-approved levy and bond. On a separate note, a while ago, you guys got an email from me with some of my thoughts and questions regarding the recent events going on here. A board member replied, but only addressed one of my questions. I wrote back asking for the rest of my questions to be answered. I was completely shocked to receive this as an answer from Director Pelletier. Ms. Hayner, I want you to know that your persistent nastiness is not my business. I pray for your mental health. I'm quite sure calling your invested constituents nasty or implying mental illness in a reply all is uncalled for and an inappropriate way to address those you ask to serve. I confirmed this with MSBA. This behavior does not correlate with their supported code of ethics. I believe that preconceived notions abound and people are being judged before they're being heard. Feelings of insecurity cause some to attack for no reason, rather than having a calm, rational conversation. When I expressed my shock at Director Pelletier's response, she later responded by saying, "We are all so angry these days, all the time, and it's not good. The mental health of society is suffering because of it." I think there are a lot of generalities thrown around in there. I am not angry. And if board members are so angry towards their own constituents, then maybe they should reevaluate their position. You ask to represent your community. This is a representative role, not a dictatorship. Being so angry at us that you can't help but lash out over legitimate questions with unneeded and baseless attacks versus seeking understanding will not help this district move forward. I'm sorry that you're angry, but you still work for us, and I hope you can come to terms with that. In the meantime, I ask that the board, updates your policies to make sure that all board members are clear on a code of conduct. Thank you.
Our next speaker is